I just pressed the button. Don't cuss too much.
There we go. You just went live.
Yep. According to my phone, also. Now back to the game. I am going to have to step away from the keyboard for just a second. I'll be right back.
Yep, no worries.
Oh, we're 1% into amphibians. All right, I shall return.
Yes. Running low on iridium too. No, I need 18 iridium. Good morning, Darlene. Johnny just stepped away for a second.
Oh, something's fallen.
Yeah.
Good morning, all. I had to step away for just a second.
Good morning, country lady.
Good morning, Darlene, and good morning, country lady. What is fallen? Holy buckets. Bad part about it, I'm seeing a lot of rocks, but no minerals.
Yeah.
That's super alloy from what little I just picked up.
Yeah.
Well, foot. Unfortunately, I've got to go AFK again. I shall return.
Yep.
Let's try this all again. Gosh. Now, what was I doing before I was so rudely interrupted? It's too early in the morning. Good morning, Mayhem.
Morning, Mayhem.
And yes, it is too early in the morning.
Yep.
In my absence, Dave, did you happen to go look at the sulfur area?
I did. There's no miner in there, and I couldn't place one down. And there wasn't one in the iridium area either, so I put one. The materials I had taken over enough for one.
Oh, you got all this
So I
stuff.
set up in the iridium.
Yeah, you did all right. Could have swore
Yeah.
I put one over there.
I didn't see it.
And Mayhem, I'll agree with you. It is too early in the morning. However, I've been up since about 4:30 a.m. my time. Come on now. Come on. There we go. And I walk in and talk of stinky egg smell. Good thing I know what this game's all about. Yeah. Good morning, Deanna. It's way too early. I did not want to get up and come to work this morning. I understand that. Oh. Snickle Fritz. Take that. Look at that. Okay, where's the food at? It's down there. Alrighty. I'm in account balancing hell already this morning. Ugh. Well, that's no good.
Nope.
Dave, I'm going to ask, those white trees I've got growing behind the base,
Yep.
isn't that the same white trees that's on Humble?
Excuse me. Let me take a look.
Gosh, I didn't think you'd get all choked up about it.
No, I was drinking coffee at the same time.
Mm.
They look very similar. They might be the same ones, but definitely are a similar model.
Yeah. Alright, I think I'm going to have to build another silk apparatus. Dave, I have to ask, are you still breathing?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Somebody needs to win the lottery and send me enough money to retire. Wish that I could, country lady.
Yeah. Me too, please.
I've got to go downstairs to make this blueprint. Now I'm going to go see what we need for Tier 2 drones, because I think it's just one item different from the Tier 1s.
Yep.
Oh. You nix the oxygen and then you get one super alloy and one explosive powder. Okay, I know what I'm going to do then. I was thinking about putting an autocrafter right here in the biodome, but all of the stuff is upstairs. So that really would not be a good use of. And we must be short on sulfur. And
yeah,
because
I have 4 on me.
we have none.
We have 4.
Well,
like I said, I tried. I'm going to take some explosives back with me if I can and blow open the passage in the cave there, see if I can maybe build one there, but which is actually going to use those for. Oh no, I only need to make 1 more explosive powder. So
I've just made 2 explosive powders. Where do you want them?
The explosive powder boxes will do fine.
Okie doke. Well, I said I did. I didn't get them out of the autocrafter because I'm a numbskull. I'm a numpty, as the Brits would say. As I often say, brains was dynamite. I wouldn't have enough to blow my nose. And now I want to make silk. And that's 3 silkworms, a zeolite, a water bottle, and an oxygen capsule. And I think, I might have had a silkworm there somewhere, but photoplankton. Good grief, look at all this photoplankton we've got.
Yep.
And you're already making fish.
I'm already making fish.
Gosh, just can't hold Dave back.
There we go. We're now officially making animals. Or getting our animal count up.
It's about time.
Okay, now where is
Okay, there we go. And Dave, for as much as I think there's a extractor over here, I've played this game so much. Yeah, there is.
there is?
Yep.
Oh, you head in that area. Okay, I went to the sulfur cave.
Didn't know there was one.
Yeah, there's one due east, directly due east of our base.
Ooh. However, when I picked it up, there's no sulfur in it. Like,
Yeah.
none. What would it take to upgrade to a tier 2?
Materials we don't have.
3 osmiums, a super alloy, and 2 iridium. A super alloy rod and 2 iridium rods.
Actually, we might now. Let me check the iridium bucks.
Well, I'm over here by the iridium cave.
Yeah, we have enough for 1 iridium rod. We need 5 more for the second iridium
I
rod.
can do that. Whoa. We probably need a miner in the iridium cave, too.
I put one in the small iridium cave near the base, but not in the spot where you are.
I have 5 iridium, and I'm coming that way. And I'm going to pray that I've got water, because there ain't no way in the world I'm making it back. Okay. Fixed that. Yeah, country lady, small balance sheets aren't bad to do, but with the ones you're dealing with, I'm sure are a terrible pain in the butt. By the way, I have to apologize for running off just as soon as we started the stream. There are times your gut just says, no, you're not really doing that. They aren't really that harm, just extremely time consuming. Yeah. Where were you looking for your iridium at? There's enough for a rod right here.
Yeah, you need 2 rods for the tier 2 miner.
Oh. Oh. And here we have got regular old fabric. And I think I'm going to go back over that. And I'm going to supply fabric because we'd much rather sell it. And I want to say that the smart fabric, if you needed regular fabric, you could.
Yeah, it hasn't been fabric I've been eating lately. It's been the silk itself.
Yeah, well, then there's only one silk creator upstairs. I was trying to make another one, just hadn't slowed down long enough to get it.
Oh, and I was also genome splicing, so.
No. Country lady, I realize there's no need to apologize. However, you come to be entertained, and me being away from the computer isn't entertaining. I mean, Big Day's a nice guy and all, but he's not running the what you guys can see. And I'm sure he could talk your ear off, but
problem is I wasn't too talkative there because I was so busy trying to get the fish eggs up.
Yeah, yeah. We understand that life happens. Well, that's good to know. Why is my frame rate going in the crapper? This is not good. How many drones do we have? We have 8. If I wanted to make them all go to tier 2s, I need 8 explosive powder and 8 super alloy. The 8 super alloy would be easy. The explosive powder is going to be the limiting factor. Hey,
Yep.
fish. All right. Terra tokens gained. Okie dokie. And that's getting well and truly full of fabric. And here comes the rocket back. And now I need to go back and get food since I just took what I was carrying and put it on the rocket. Get your pole and tackle out, Big Dave. There are fish now.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're not trout.
Nope.
Now, just in case you all were wondering, my shoulder and my arm, I can't say they're remarkably better. They are some better. Now I'm having trouble in one hip, and I actually let my acupuncturist work on my hip yesterday because, man, I was in scads of pain. And I can honestly say that I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I have built that. 3 osmium, a super alloy, and 2 iridium rod. Okay, transfer that all there. Go make 2 iridium rod.
Okay.
A super alloy rod. If there is a miner in the aluminum field, I don't know that the logistics are turned on.
Right.
I'm here, such as it is, operating on 4-hour sleep, so blurg to everyone. We've got the morning blurg. We can just stop. We're not getting any better than that.
Yep. Day's complete. We got the blurg.
Yeah, just time to pack it all in.
Okay, that's it. I'm going back to bed.
Dave, show me where this sulfur area is at that you know around here.
Yeah. Over here.
Well, I don't know where over here. Okay. I'm right there with you. This
Let me
is...
grab my...
Oh. That is super alloy.
Yep.
Sounds like a
Which
time
we
for
got.
for 600-hour inspection. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so look to the just a point north of east.
Uh-huh.
See how there's that one spot where there's the sand
Okay.
right there.
And off we go into the wild blue yonder. And for as much as I think I know about this game, come to find out that I don't.
Now, when you get to a Y, I have cleared out the left-hand branch.
Mm-hmm.
I just blew this one open. Or no, sorry, back. It is the other way. It's the right-hand branch I cleared out.
Uh-huh.
This branch here. The left-hand branch I've basically cleared out. There might still be something in the chest. But this one here still has some sulfur in it.
Okay. Well, I'm
And it actually leads through to, I think,
the red
mushroom
cave
area? The red cave.
Ah. Well, let me see.
So,
I didn't get enough osmium.
I have none on me.
I am one piece short. Well, at least it's not far.
Here's a box. Let me check the box. Osmium rod.
No, that won't do it.
But
Gosh, I
these
can't believe one piece short. Now, I have to say, Mayhem, I wish I could send my left hip in for a 600-hour phase inspection. 'I love it when I'm a numpty. Just a stoop. Yes, I've got everything. Don't walk off the side of the steps. Fly, fly, fly. This almost looks like pulsar quartz would be landing, but
Yeah.
also sounds just like nothing but a nasty windstorm.
Yep.
Boy, right inside of that cave, I mean, it's just... You're going to take a right or you're not.
Yep.
Oh, it won't let you build on the rock. Ah,
Yeah.
you pain in the butt.
And then by the time you get to here, it's aluminum,
Well,
I think.
and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but... No, iron.
Iron. Ah.
However...
It's another one of those storms.
Well, we'll take it, no matter
Yep.
what.
And then if you come this way, turn around.
I'm just trying to get the light on. Yep.
Yep. This takes you to that small iridium cave I found.
I was getting ready to tell you to drink before you left behind a blue cave like I did. Yeah. Yeah, I actually got Joro on camera one day coming through the door and just didn't get through the door fast enough, turned into a blue crate. Ugh. Oh, this is a good one. Fertilizer,
Yep.
a blueprint, a rocket engine. The flowers weren't all that great, but
No.
yeah, you have to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
Come on, I just want up, 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 up. No, no. You may not fly this way. And I've got the big backpack, or the big jetpack too, but Joro moment was when you blew him off the platform with the explosives. Yes, I wanted to make that into a short, and I think I have finally erased it. I couldn't find it, and then I couldn't figure out how to build a short, and then I had a problem with storage on my computer, and so it all had to go. Yeah, as one does. Yeah. Dave, why do I get the feeling? Oh, there's Terra tokens. Woohoo! Oh, you dummy. You got to consume those. Which is a weird way of saying it, but
1200% multiplier tree.
really, the ones that are out there now are 600s.
Okay,
I
I'll
think,
grab it.
I mean, if you find a tree grower, there's only 3 of them.
Yep.
You are more than welcome to swap them as you see fit. I have 1 slot left. And I think I'm going to get this. Oh no, there's. Wow. I don't usually throw out aluminum, but
Yeah.
yeah, country lady, I couldn't have timed that any better. When I blew poor Ojoro up. There she is.
There, that'll do. Now, see if I can remember how to get out of here. Because I am chock-a-block full of stuff.
Me too. And there's other stuff I want to take that I just found.
Yeah. Oop. You're in the ship.
Yep. Don't say that fast. They'll think I'm in something else.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that circuit card if it's the last thing I do.
Ironically, in 14 GTI, we won't really care about circuit cards anymore because we'll
Because
be making them.
we can be building them.
Yep.
Good morning, Amp. There's Miss Amp, the Nanner Queen. Yay!
Yep. Okay, gonna change. Yeah, this one has 800% tree in it, but I'm gonna put the 1200%
Yeah.
tree in it.
Yeah, do it up. Amp, I want you to know, Deanna was grousing about having snow this morning. I showed her a picture of my front yard that was current, and she didn't like it. She was not nice, to say the least. Yeah, Amp, you need to talk to Deanna. She was mean to me. I shouldn't do that to Amp. I shouldn't. Tier 3 deconstruction. I don't know what that's needed for. Might be worth a
Something we
build.
haven't found yet.
The Tier 3 torch is a stinker.
Yeah.
She's had to deal with snow. We get nada. Naders that wipes out town. I think she'll be okay. Get over it, Deanna, and leave my Johnny alone.
Yeah, but the snow's keeping Deanna off her boat. That's the problem.
Yeah, she's getting kind of cranky. No boat. What the heck?
Oh, no more blueprints to decode for now. Okay, well, I'll put these blueprint chips in the box underneath.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Gosh,
We are chock-a-block and up on rocket engines.
I'm okay with it.
Yep.
Because when you start putting up plant rockets. Well, I was just trying to show her that other people didn't have snow. I mean, I was just trying to be friendly, and she was. What did she say? Let me see. I've got to go look.
She, Melissa Carthy, throat punched you.
Yeah, she put up. Yeah, she put up something that throat punched me. Do you think the Eskimos don't get on their boats? You might have to leave the swimsuit and fruity little drinks behind for our bodysuits and coffee, but you can boat in the snow. Oh, thank you, Amp. I needed that laugh terribly. Oh, I have to admit, when I was in Alaska, they said during the summer, when it's almost 24 hours of daylight, you'll be out barbecuing at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I thought to myself, nah, I'm not that dumb. Oh, yes, I was. Because summer is so short there that it's just like you go and do everything you can do. And it takes a certain amount of gusto. I think I can relate to Cranky, so I will be Deanna's corner on principle today. Just proceed with caution. Oh, gosh. Shaman. Plus, with the fur
Plus,
body.
as I point I pointed out in the conversation, it's mid-April. It's time for the snow to go. Just
Yes.
saying.
However, Amp makes up a good point. With the fur bodysuit, you don't have to shave your legs, so it's a win-win. And if you lived in
Yeah, but
Europe,
if you
nobody would
get, like,
care.
yeah, but if your fur bodysuit has one of those like furs that grabs onto hair, that could get a little painful. Taking it on and off because it may just like rip the hair out.
Woohoo! What was I doing? Let's go back to the other sulfur field and take. No, let's put a tier 2 up. Let me pin that recipe to see what I've got going on here. We might not have 2 iridium rods. And we might not have the
Take a
iridium
look.
for it.
Take a look.
Brazilian. See, there's always a positive.
Oh,
Oh, you're tougher than I am.
yeah. I'm just thinking. You know what? A Brazilian and a butt wax every time you go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, thank you, Amp. No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
thank you.
I'm with him. No, no, thank you. Can't you just imagine the sound of Velcro?
Yeah, and then there's that, that sexy sound of Velcro tearing as you go to, have coitus with your partner.
No wipe needed. I'm just trying here, guys and gals. Oh, Amp, you're sick. You are sick. My mind won't process that concept. All that comes back as a Nair bodysuit. The following screams. Yeah. Have you ever heard the comedian Rodney Carrington talk about Nair? He talks about using Nair on his privates. Oh my lord!
Oh,
Yeah, said I'm a man. I'm tough. I just needed a little bit more treatment. He said that burnt. He said for 4 days I felt like I had a midget with a tiki torch following me around. He said, and that's not something you tell your friends neither down at the lodge.
we just ran out of power.
Why? What did you build?
Another aquarium.
Ah,
Okay, I guess I'll build another fusion reactor.
Rodney Carrington is a hoot. That man ain't right.
We are ready to post our cord.
Pardon?
No, we are not. No, we are not.
I was going to say we should have a ever-loving metric.
I forgot I had moved it to
ton.
the digital storage.
See?
Even my brain fails me sometimes.
And you're in your 40s. Just think what it's like when you're in your 60s.
Yeah, where do you have the power generation?
It's all out, kind of as you walk out what I would consider the front.
Yep, found it.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 of them out there. We could probably put up a fuse of some kind and make it all
probably
go.
should. Yeah.
see here. That's already being got by a drone. Let's see what the tier 1 says. Pardon me, didn't mean to make bad noises. Tier 1 ore extractors drive me a bit nuts. Don't forget to hit the like button before you rip the wax off. Me and 50 are in our recording stage. I still haven't decided if I wanted to date again or go back with my ex, my 40s. Yay, accounts are all balanced. Now on to accounts payable. Yay! Now, I gotta say, my 40s weren't great to me. 48 was when all the arthritis started manifesting itself. You know, I can think, I'd rather hit my thumb with a hammer, if you know what I mean. The bad part about it is, Amp, there ain't no going back. Sounds as painful as the current topic. Dave.
Yar.
We have 40 minutes until 9:30.
Yep.
I'm the newest area over by the Stargate. I don't know whether that would be worth getting in a vehicle and going, or...
Problem is, there's really no direct land route.
Well, you know...
This is why, like I said the other day, that they need to put a hovercraft upgrade in for the...
Well, that's true.
I really think that would be a beneficial upgrade, because once you have water, it definitely makes it more difficult to do things.
Yeah, we've got everything in the outside crafters except iron. But they're coded to iron. Or outside miners. Ugh.
Well, upside, we are about to get some more tech.
I
Actually,
get
let's get tier 3 ore extractors.
this is a really good thing.
And circuit boards. And more fish for me to generate. How is it we haven't unlocked tier 2 mutagens yet? Jeepers.
God, my last
Oh, I put up a
playthrough-
second aquarium.
Yeah, I knew because that's when the power went out.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Y'all spring chickens, shut up and get back to me in 10 more years or so. Yeah, well, I was... Shaman, I was going to say something about, you know, talk to Shaman, but I decided I wouldn't call you out like that, so I just shut up, and I was trying to be nice, and...
Well, I'll just say this. My knees definitely feel like they're about 85 most days.
My knees were what caused me to lose weight. I was 240, and I'm only 5'9", and my niece said, hey, you need to get off the seafood diet. You've had enough.
Yeah.
And I did.
Rocket's back.
Some days I feel all of my 52 years. Today is one of those days, yes.
This is why the heat, as Deanna said, the heat needs to come back because I don't feel this bad in this once it gets hot because then it's
Well, that's like
I
I
don't know.
said. Texas 1 week's in the 80s, and yesterday it was 89 as a high here. But then last week we were in the 40s at night. It played hell on me. I was, God, achy. It's
Yeah.
just nasty.
Problem is, we do that in a day here. Oh, like this morning. Well, I went out to get my coffee. It was minus zero point 0.5 Celsius, so like
31.
31.8.
Yeah.
Yeah, 31. Um, by lunchtime, it's going to be, well, 40 for you guys, so about 10 degrees Celsius here. And then overnight tonight, I think it's going down to minus 5 again. So
Ooh.
it's like Deanna said in our chat earlier. It was, you de-ice the car in the morning, you sunbathe in the afternoon, and then you put
Yeah.
the furnace back on at night.
Electric blanket and the whole 9 yards.
Yep. Yeah.
I just put a tier 3 mutagen in the bacteria sample locker.
Yeah. No. There's a mutagen locker right
Oh,
here.
there sure is. And that's why I didn't know, because you built it. And I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of separate all that stuff out just to make it easier for.
I would feel way better if I could get motivated enough to change the way I eat and lose some weight. Country lady, I can say this with great surety. That first 2 weeks of any diet, you want to kill somebody.
Yep.
I was almost to the point of eating sheetrock when I first got on the low carb diet. Now, did I do so good yesterday? My wife and I were out running errands. She had her hair done. I went to pick her up. Beautiful day here, 80 or so degrees Fahrenheit. All of a sudden I said, this is bad for my waist to say this, but we need to go and get a shake. She said, yeah, that is bad, but we should. You know, there's nothing like having a partner in crime. I love the stuffings out of that woman. I wouldn't take nothing for her, you know. And did we go to the Whataburger? Did we get said shake? Yes, we did, vanilla shake, but we only got a medium. It wasn't like I went crazy and got a large or an extra large. I mean, and when we got home, we were walking around our neighborhood, passing that shake back and forth, walking at the same time. Yeah, I'm old. Although today's crankiness is brought to you by my own idiocy, so I'm not allowed to complain. Shaman, honey, you're among friends. Go ahead and complain if you wish. We just know that it's got nothing to do with us. I was going to go to the newest area over there by the
Oh, we have two rockets now.
Stargate. Yes, we do. Spoke to Calamity Bob's. He's okay. Just having a really rough time, health and other issues, but he's okay. That's good to know, because I haven't seen Calamity
Yeah.
Bob in a while. I think I'm going to
Yeah.
go back through the back door and go to the Red Cave again. Oh, and
Yep.
my headset just told me, oh, battery low. I just flew the wrong way.
Up the vine.
Yeah,
Just climb the vine.
yeah, I did. If my voice suddenly drops out, I'll be right back after I get to where I'm going. Come on. Get over in there. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I have to say, Bob's a nice guy.
Yay, we have 2 types of fish now.
I don't want to take all of that. They need to have some sort of something to where you can send stuff to the shredder automatically to keep your to keep your miners clear.
Yeah.
But that would defeat the purpose of having tier 3 timer. Yeah. That's just Daniel's little arse, but I'm sure he's okay. He messaged me back a few days ago. Didn't notice because I never checked my direct messages. Yeah, well, Amp, you got nobody to blame but yourself.
I ran up here to get iron for... Oh, I know.
All right, I need to land, pause the game, and grab the power cord for the headset, or I'm going to be talking to myself. Okay, that supposedly should do it. Come on. What, you're not going to let me climb that ladder? What's the sense in that?
How did I... Okay, I'm confused now.
And I just picked up 4 of those, and then suddenly we get the new blueprint.
Somehow I made a fish that I don't know how to make.
There are times that it will make stuff for you that is not on the menu that is better than what's on the menu. So sometimes going back and making stuff ain't a bad thing.
Okay, that explains that then. Okay.
Yeah, it will give you things that are of a better quality than what you're asking for. So
Ramen by you. Who you?
why did I bump?
Ramen. Alright. Okay, we have 3 different types of fish. Okay, this means another aquarium. You can never have too many aquariums.
There's a game called Blueprints that it's a puzzle game that comes out in 8 days. It's good for him as long as he's okay mentally in a good headspace. I'm happy, girl. I love my peeps. Yeah, Daniel's good fella.
Yep.
Should I go through here, even though I think there's really not anything in there? Other than the door, you would have to explode from this side and maybe a crate or two. Yeah, country lady, that's a truism. When you're, when the thing you're used to doing is quick and easy to do. Good morning, Wolf Cub. It's easy to sit and grab something that's not exactly great for you. And
Yep.
the crew I worked with in the state of South Carolina, we used to go off to Five Guys, and if you've ever been to Five Guys, they'll give you enough French
Marine
fries.
Battalion.
French fries to float a battleship. And did I overeat to my great detriment? Yep, sure did. Wolf Cub, are you at work today, or are you just waiting to go to work?
Blazar quartz. We don't have that yet, do we?
Yes, we do. It's right in the back corner by the new, or we got magnetar quartz. We don't have blazar, I don't think.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Let me change these back to demand until they get full again. Oh, you dummy. Dave, you're not going to believe what I just did.
What'd you do?
I changed the algae lockers outside, one to demand, one to supply. flying
Oh,
algae
no.
from one to the other. Brains were dynamite.
Yeah, set them out to supply.
Yeah, I go in at 3 to 11. Yeah. 3 to 11 in
Because I
the
have an
military is what we would call mid-shift. Yeah, I need to turn them to supply.
Yeah.
But I was trying to turn them to demand to get them to pick it out of the water.
Right. Though actually the one in here is full. So
Well,
if you can set them to both supply and demand,
you can't.
you can't. Okay.
Yeah, I wished you could, but you can't. I was just trying to get things picked that needed picked.
Okay, so we now have
3 to 11 is swing
those
shift.
fish.
I've been corrected by Mr. Mayhem, and he knows or has forgotten as much about it as I ever knew. So, yeah.
Yeah. So we now have chinchillids and angelfish over here.
Oh. Look at that.
Chinchillids and a different angelfish over here. And then two different types of chinchillids here.
Wow. Chromefish and Ulani fish. Mayhem, I'm old. I forgot. Yeah. Mayhem, something funny happened the other day when Dave and I played. When we got off, I asked him to show me DCS World. I don't have the game. And all of a sudden he goes in it, and I ask him to show me an F4 and everything because I was around F4s, A10s, and F16s. I'm more familiar with those three jets than I am any of them. All of a sudden he flashes the map up of where he's flying from, and I said, "Where is that at?" He said, "That's Al Dhafar, the United Arab Emirates." I said, "That's where I was stationed for 7 months and 5 days during the Gulf War." And it was fully modeled. They had the age shop there. They didn't have Tent City at the end of the runway, thank the Lord, because it's been 30 years. But it was just a little funny. It was just like, hold it, I know that base. That looks a little too familiar. Yeah, I spent months of quality time there, whether I wanted to or not.
Yeah, and it was just random because I was like, oh, do I pick the Iraq map or do I pick the Afghanistan map or Persian Gulf map? And then I was like, yeah, I'll just take Persian Gulf. And yeah.
It was just pretty funny. One of those coincidences that you just go, wow.
Yep. Okay, so we're getting our animal count up now.
And I'm making another locker for Lerma seeds because there are high-level things that you need Lerma seeds for.
Yep.
If I win the lottery, my peeps will not have to work. Yuck on work. Yeah.
Agree with you on that one.
Do you play the lottery amp? Last time I was on Google Earth, there were concrete pads left where the AWU tent was and where the tent city was. Yeah. No, but I might start one day and boom, we all rich. I've always heard that the lottery is the Southern retirement system. Boy, we do have a bunch of rocket engines. Whew.
Yeah, I thought I might send up a couple quick rockets.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to go gander at. What would be the best thing? The launch platform's been hit by something.
Yeah, we had osmium rockets come down, or meteors come down, so which have a bit of sulfur with them too. So
We've got the drone visualization rocket. What do we have? 4 seed spreaders, 5 asteroid attraction rockets, 2 magnetic field protection rockets, and 5 plant rockets.
yeah, I was thinking doing GPS 3 or 4, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And probably just another plant spreader.
I'm going to do 3 more magnetic attraction rockets. That's
okay.
9 silicone, 6 super alloy, and 3 rocket engines. Come on, let me drink. Drink. Oh, don't be this way, you pain in the butt. I've got the drinking apparatus, and it's... Dang. Saying nope, die. Yep. Oh, I keep forgetting that's no longer super alloy because... What was that blur that just shot by me?
Probably me running by.
Yeah, it was. Should be a little closer to retirement. Should know something on Monday.
Okay. Baby, go! Don't blow up.
Nah, I've
It's
just got...
gonna blow up.
I got two of them Siamesing together. Alright, I have to figure out what I'm streaming and make a thumbnail. Get Twitch and YouTube streaming info ready. Late. Very important date. See y'all in a bit. Bye, Amp. Thank you for dropping by.
See ya.
And I've got one more to put up, Dave.
Okay. All yours.
We have 11,806 Terra tokens.
Is there a power fuse, multiplier fuse?
Plant multiplier, oxygen multiplier, energy multiplier fuse?
Yeah.
Yep. There's 6,000 Terra tokens.
Well, if you can't find anything else, grab one of those, because then we can put it by the...
I think we've got a couple of them up there, but...
I didn't see them. We had production, plant, and something else. Unless they're in a different locker than all the other fuses.
No. Fuse is a fuse. Oh, come on. Through the door.
Double check.
Yeah, you need to, because we're talking about my mind, and that, that ain't good to be relying on.
Yeah, we have 2 heat, 1 plant, and 5 production. Well, you could almost sell 2 of these production multipliers for 10,000 and buy 2 of the energy.
Well, I've got one coming already.
Yep.
We've got just enough time to see it come in, too.
Well, and I'll get the materials together for a optimizer.
Come on. There we go. I gotta say, I picked up 6 iron to do what I'm doing, and it might take all 6 of them. Nope, took 5. Oh, took 4. And why did I do that? I do not know. For as bad as production could be, it's not terrible. I gotta say, I don't like my butterfly dome just hanging out here in the world.
Yeah.
Might have to think about something before Monday. What to do, what to do.
Yep. Water. Got back to base.
So you were thirsting to death, huh?
Yep.
All right, something's falling.
Yellow.
It might just be plain old minerals. We did put a lot of rockets up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's iridium. Bless you.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that.
Just barely did hear it.
I was trying to flip my mic up at the same time as knock off.
I went from a headset that had a foldable mic to one that didn't. That was a little bit of an adjustment. Now I just grab a hold of it, put my hand around it if it's going to be terrible. What to do in the last few minutes. Maybe, just maybe, find some place to move the butterfly dome, because I'm just not happy with it.
Yeah.
Now we can make pulsar quartz. Yay! And where does it put me? Outside. Doesn't even leave the door there. All right.
Got lots of iridium again.
Try something I've never tried before. It might not let me build here because this is rock. Excuse me. Well, for as bad as it could have been, it actually worked.
Yep.
Oh. No, I can't fly. Why do you ask? Oh, and it's not gonna let me put that there. What a bunch of hooey.
What? Can you put a flat platform and then?
That got it.
Oh, but then
I overlapped
there
it.
you go.
Yep.
There you go.
And now to figure out a way to build back up to the rest of the base. Titanium and silicone. Should have built the door over there first, but no. Don't know. Might add another butterfly dome onto that.
Yep.
And then head it this
Because we
way.
because we can make 1,000 multiplier butterflies.
Yep, which are better than the 600s that we have.
Yep. Yep.
And I have built more than one butterfly dome just because. However, we're 6 minutes from 9:30.
Yes.
Well, that means we need to look at the tail of the tape and see just how far we got. We started out on 118 or less GTI, and we're roughly 20% into amphibians, and the animals are going up by leaps and bounds, and that's your fault because I didn't work on any animals.
Yep. Yeah, that's all fish right now.
That's either a mineral storm or something. Good grief, that's... I'm at least going to see what in the world it is.
Yeah.
That's super alloy. And I just got hit. And I've got to get out of there because if I get hit again, I'm dead. Or I'm going to be unalived.
Yes.
Is what the kids say. Wow.
Yep. Ooh.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to let that quiet down. We might run a tiny bit over. Wolf Cub says that sounds fun and terrifying. Yeah,
Pretty much both.
yeah. All right, now that the storm's over, yeah,
Yep.
we're roughly 20% into amphibians. We're going, I think it's 4 TTI now to complete the game, not 5. They rolled it back a bit, or at least I remember reading that. Now, that could all be something in my head. You never can tell. And Dave has made animals a thing. And
Yep.
other than that, we're not doing terrible.
Nope.
Had-
We're actually getting close to amphibians, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. Yeah, meanwhile, back at the ranch, Grandma's beating off the Indians single handed.
Yeah.
Oh. But I'd like to thank you guys for being in chat. Country Lady and Amp and Darlene and Shaman and Deanna and Wolf Cub. And I'd like to thank Big Dave for being along for the ride because he's kind of what caused all this to happen at least a couple of
Yep.
days a week. It's his
Yep.
fault. We can blame him. And Mayhem. Mayhem. I forgot Mayhem. Because
Yes.
how can you live without Mayhem?
Exactly.
Absolutely. It's been fun. Thank you guys for feeding my live stream addiction. And you all have a good one. I'm going to save. Get the controller in your hand, Johnny.
Have a good one, everyone.